Stephanie Buttermore is a very popular YouTuber with a PhD in biology-related sciences. For someone who is trying to portray themselves as a fitness expert to hundreds of thousands of people, she is completely lost, as most people are understandably with nutrition. She constantly struggles with weight and hunger. Recently, she has gained an incredible amount of weight while consuming over 5,000 calories per day, setting a very poor example for her viewers. I've seen many other people trying this with improper guidance.
So for the last month, I have been all in, and I've been eating about 5,000 calories a day. Well, 4,820 to be exact, according to MyFitnessPal. And that number was not a target or anything. I didn't have any specific number in mind. That was just how many calories it took for me to feel satiated every single day. And because I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page, I didn't just do this for kicks or for fun. I did this for my health, and I wanted to do this for my quality of life, my metabolism, my relationship with food, and most importantly, my extreme hunger. And I went into this in more detail in my first video, so definitely check out that video if you haven't. And also check out my addressing my cheat days video if you want to hear more about why I think I have extreme hunger. But in short, I thought I could put my extreme hunger to rest by allowing myself to eat to full satiety every single day.
Her main issue has always been extreme hunger, always restricting her calories to maintain a low body weight, look fit, claiming that she can never satisfy her appetite. A lot of this stuff might sound like an eating disorder, extreme caloric restriction, and unhealthy eating habits. Most people would overlook this and say, oh yeah, of course, she's starving her body and craving nutrients, craving calories. All she needs to do is eat more and then her weight will stabilize. But what is she actually eating?
So you were just saying to me what?
Okay, so this is what I had for breakfast. I had 2 large bananas, I had 2 packets of oatmeal, I had an apple, and then I had 4 sweet potatoes, and I had 2 scoops of protein. Is that normal?
And by putting myself in such an extreme surplus, yeah, I did gain quite a bit of weight. And I may continue gaining weight, and hopefully I'll hit some sort of plateau. And this is all in hopes to find my natural set point. I was actually going to go into the science of set point theory and a few other body fatness regulatory hypotheses like settling point theory and the dual intervention model in this video, but I'm going to do an entirely separate video on all the science because there's just too much to talk about, so stay tuned for that. But literally after being like a bottomless pit and of course gaining some weight, the idea is that I will no longer need as many calories to feel full and I'll start eating less. And once I start eating less and have less of an extreme appetite, my body will be ready to lose some of that overshoot weight that I gained.
This is ridiculous. She's acting like she's taking on something incredibly complicated and intricate, but it's quite the opposite. The very simple answer here is vitamins, minerals, elements, and fatty acids, nutrients. We take for granted that we are getting everything we need from fruits, vegetables, whole grains, yet the only source of nutrition for humans is animal foods, specifically high-quality animal foods like pasture-raised animals, wild-caught fish. What we have here is macronutrient excess, an excess of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, while lacking the micronutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, the elements, and the fatty acids. These people are sucking down massive amounts of sugar, carbohydrates, lean meat, protein powders, just about every single thing that their body isn't craving. The fat-soluble vitamins need to be obtained from fatty animal tissue. So if you don't replenish these vitamins, you will never satiate your appetite. It's like trying to put out a fire with different grades of gasoline. These people have no clue what the problem is or the solution. You're switching between gasolines as opposed to looking at a different liquid entirely. You cannot maintain a healthy, lean body as well as appetite without consuming at least half of your calories from these quality animal foods. By no means is this a unique circumstance. Everyone, for the most part in America, has the same insatiable appetite, but they're overweight. And since they aren't trying to maintain a low body weight for social media or fitness purposes, they don't restrict themselves. The idea of having a comfortable and set weight while consuming modern foods that are devoid of nutrients is nothing but a pipe dream.
My midsection seemed to be holding on to a lot of water and weight, and my ankles were always swollen at night. And these are some symptoms that Kayla also experienced.
Not only did I gain a lot of weight, I faced a lot of edema and water retention, which really scared me. I went to the doctors, I got all kinds of tests, like nothing was wrong with me from the test. So, I was like, it just must be part of the recovery process. I couldn't find a lot of stuff out there on edema and water retention.
And I was gaining weight really rapidly, even though I was eating whole foods.
Ronnie Coleman bulk.
All in.
Part of the recovery process? No. It's massive amounts of inflammation from a high carbohydrate diet lacking in quality animal foods. You have a plate of sweet potatoes and avocado toast. Each of those foods have anti-nutrient concerns that do cause inflammation. And without animal forms of vitamins, your body can't heal these tissues.
I also went to go get blood work done. There were a few things in particular that I was actually really interested in, and that was my estradiol, my FSH and LH, which are other female reproductive hormones, all of my thyroid hormones, and my cortisol levels. And to nobody's surprise, my cortisol levels were pretty high. My thyroid levels were actually normal, luckily, but my female reproductive hormones, so my estradiol, FSH, and LH, were actually really low. And I wanted to get a second opinion on this, so I did reach out to Dr. Rinaldi and I asked her about my reproductive hormone levels, and she also agreed with the fact that they were really low.
So her reproductive hormones were completely in the dumps, and this isn't irregular in our modern world, but something we see in particular in vegans. We require cholesterol as a precursor to all hormones in the body, and when you deprive yourself of fat and cholesterol in your diet, you simply cannot produce hormones as it should. Yes, the liver does synthesize cholesterol, but cholesterol in the diet can only be obtained from animal foods, and the body isn't capable of manufacturing it in high enough amounts for optimal health.
And I was probably still hungry after that. I was, but I had to stop because I needed to do some work, or else I'll just keep eating. And I have to cut myself off at some point.
These modern foods, refined carbohydrates, protein powders, just about every single thing most people eat, whether you're on a standard American diet or in the fitness community, are designed to make us fat, unhappy, malnourished. It's unfortunate to see so many people suffer from our lack of nutritional understanding. Famous people, celebrities, YouTube influencers. Doesn't seem like money or popularity gets you true health.
Something that I wanted to point out is how crazy it is how differently I see food nowadays. Whenever I see something that I want, or there's just food that I want to have, I just have it. I don't even think anything about it, which is crazy. It kind of reminds me of when I was a kid and I would just eat whatever I wanted to have and not really think too much about it.
It's pretty clear she is addicted to sugar, carbohydrates. These foods are high in macronutrient caloric energy, but they are low in micronutrients. These nutrient deficiencies are tolerated in various degrees by people on an individual basis. Yes, for the most part, everyone is deficient in fat-soluble vitamins, iodine, fatty acids, minerals, and elements, but some people fall apart much quicker than others in our modern world. If you're wondering why most people look fat, sick, and unhealthy, this is the answer. You can have your goal physique. You can be lean, attractive, and happy with proper guidance on a ketogenic or carnivore diet that is high in quality animal foods. Thank you guys for joining me. If you could please like the video, subscribe, hit that bell icon, share the video if you can. If you guys would like to support me further, definitely check out frankiesfreerangemeat.com, providing high quality, nutrient-dense animal foods at an affordable price. Also check out Frankie's Naturals, minimal ingredients, minimally processed hygiene and cosmetic products. If you guys would like to reach out to me for one-on-one consultations, please send me an email, frankatofano@gmail.com. I made this because I saw quite a few other YouTubers following after this young woman and they're just going to suffer further. They're going to gain weight. They're never going to find their true health. Hopefully, there is time in the near future for people to be more aware of these nutrients. It's kind of insane that I've been making videos on YouTube for 3 years, and no one seems to care about the most important thing for your health.